Hey guys, how's it going? Brandon here, Blisto down over there. It's a new weekend, new day out here at the property. It is pretty nice weather, temperature wise, beautiful blue skies, and the only thing is it's a little windy. Um, that's why I got a little hype jacket on right now until I start working. But yep, they're gonna finish up this lean-to on this video, and yeah, gonna get to it. Not gonna do much talking and try to finish it up. So let's get over there and check it out. All right, here we are. As I drove up today, I looked at this and decided, well, I'm not liking the looks of it too much right now. I know it's functional, it works, it'll do the job, but kind of want it to match more of the shed door. So I'm gonna add in a trim board here, and one right there, and one over and down across the bottom. Um, yeah, I think last weekend when I was looking at it and trying to put the trim on and thinking I was finished up, it was way too cold and I wasn't thinking straight. But yeah, this looks kind of wonky. So I'm gonna pop that top one off, and I'm gonna put some screws in on the top of the door and the bottom of the door to hold it in place. And then I'll have to pop the hinges off so I can put the two vertical ones over here, one on each side of the seam, leaving a little gap so the door will open and not jam up. And then I'll put one across here and one across the bottom all the way. And yeah, I'll feel much better, I think, when I see all it that way, and the hinges on top of the trim. And like I said, it'll match the front of the shed. So I'm gonna get rocking and rolling on that. Some reason I keep mismeasuring. Supposed to do 12 and an eighth, and I made this 13 and an eighth. So, just at least wasn't too short. All right, I did the two vertical ones first because I can't do the top or the bottom until I get the middle one in. I can do one or the other. So I'm going to get the middle one in, talking on the hinges now. So I got that middle one cross because I can't get the hinges at the top or the bottom without taking out the screws. So I'm going to put the hinges on the bottom or the middle first, and then I'll go up to the top one. I'll take the screws out of the top one, and then I'll put the board across the top, and then I'll put that hinge in, and then I'll come and repeat down here. But hopefully my gap here in between these two is right. I test fitted earlier off camera, I think, but I know I needed a gap of about yay much, and I got about yay much so that when it opens, they don't jam up together. So getting on that middle hinge, then we'll get the top board, top hinge, bottom board, bottom hinge. All right, I got two hinges in, took out all the screws. You saw I kept notching this one up here and taking a little off, taking a little off, just trying to make sure that it clears this tin when it opens, because at this point it's really hard to go back and fix that. So trying to think a little bit this time. So hopefully it still opens. It's only on 2 hinges, but yeah, everything's good. It's a little snug there. But it's good, and I can go back and trim that board up a little bit more because it sagged a little bit on me. But we'll get in these bottom 3, and the last hinge, we'll see how it is. I don't know if you could tell that I took off running there, but I saw old man Blisto over here take off after something, and he was running about as fast as a 13-year-old dog can run. But I was worried maybe it was pigs or something, but it was a couple of deer. Surprised they were here with all the banging and racket I've been doing. But yeah, they weren't maybe 100 yards that way. Like I said, at least it was just deer. So I've got this all trimmed out now the way I want it. And I had to take the handle off because I need to trim this board because it either sagged or I mean, I can get it to shut. I can get it to shut, but I want to get it to shut a little smoother, so it's not, see, it's, yeah, so that's what I'm working on, trying to figure out how to cut this board here. I could run the saw, rip it with the saw a little bit, but the heads of the nails are there, and I don't want to hit the saw. So let me get my thinker on and see what I'm going to do. All right, well, this is what I was thinking. I put up a guide here so that I can just run the saw straight down it and cut a little 45 off this corner here all the way down. So that should give me a little bit to slip right in there. So see how that works. All right, I think I got the 1x2 framing cut. You saw I put in the guides, and then they were too tall. Didn't think about that. So cut them down, and they worked really good. I started out at a 45 and just kept going in and in and in until I got to about 30 degrees, and it fits in there good now. Now the siding needs to be trimmed going in there, and see, I've got it marked from right here all the way up to here because they're hitting again over here. So yeah, just gonna keep tweaking and tweaking until I get it, and I'll get it, that's for sure. So let me try getting that cut. I'm gonna have to come from the top, I think, and well, that's gonna be a pain. All right, I went and put a bunch more nails in, all the trim, and got all this lined up and cut, and she fits really good now. And I even put in these little extra latches here at the top and bottom to make sure it stays sealed up real good, nice and tight. That ain't going anywhere. And I do say that I'm extremely happy with the way it looks. I mean, it looks so much better. I don't know what I was thinking before. It took some time, but now I don't have to look at it in the future and go, man, I wish I would have done that. And it latches real good. Opens real good. And yeah, couldn't be happier at this moment. Like I said, took a lot longer. But now let's get to some caulking. All right, that's pretty much the door caulked in. Yeah, I still got more to do, I know, but laid it on kind of thick where the sides where the water is going to come down, possibly the rain comes this way. And then I got to go in and just fill it all in, and that's all boring. I hate doing caulking, but who else is going to do it? So let me finish that up. I'll bring you back later. All right, it's the next day. See, I've got it all caulked in, all the sides, and I'm ready to get to painting. So right now, I did buy quart of paint and was just kind of guessing on the color. Well, that's way too white. I do have this other beige color here that I had already, and it's got a little thick sitting in the shed, but I'm going to try that, and I think it needs to be a little bit darker because I don't think it it is still too light, you can see. So I think I've got some black paint here, and I'm going to add a little bit of black to it. See if that works. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up. All right, like I said, this paint's been sitting for a long time, and it's kind of thickened up. I'm going to add a little paint thinner to it to thin it out. See, that loosens it up some. Getting a little better. Let's try a tad bit more. Ooh, it might have been too much. Well, I ended up adding a lot of black to it, and it started almost turning it to a greenish hue. So I stopped. It doesn't match, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it anyways. And if I get tired of it or don't like it, I can I'll bring out some color match chips from the store and just do a light one coat over it. So let me get this thing painted. At least the trim painted. Gonna go beige on the doing the trim first, because I think that'll be easier to get the sides and just be able to cut in the red down the middle. All right, well, took a little break. Had to get another jacket because the wind picked up and it's a little cold coming right out of the north. It's not too bad though. Nothing like last weekend. And, well, as you can see, I finished up all the, well, what's that right there? Just noticed I missed that spot. I already cleaned up my brush and everything. So I got all the trim done except for that one little spot, I guess. So I'm gonna get that covered up and then get working on painting the siding red. All right, well, that just about does it for the painting. And pretty much the shed is done. I started to tape off because the brush I had was just terrible. It's about the cheapest brush you can buy. And I was not able to get any good lines or cut in or anything. So I went to taping, which has its own disadvantages when you're using this really old masking tape that has been sitting in a shed in the heat. And every time you go to pull it off the roll, it just rips. And so I had to deal with that quite a few times. But I'm pretty happy. I got a few of the beige places I need to go and touch up. But for that, it is mostly done. So yeah, pretty happy. All right, there it is, all finished up. I think adding all those extra boards in that I added that I didn't have from last weekend made it look amazing. May not match the paint very well, but yeah, it's all there, all painted, all sealed up. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Now, the only thing to do is start filling it up with tools and getting them out of the shed so that I can claim some more space back in there and put up some racks and be able to store more stuff, because that's all I need is more stuff. But yeah, I want to get all that stuff so I can put shelving in right here and get a little bit more organized with everything. So that's my DIY, no plans, just figure it out as you go tool shed. So till next time, later.